Man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn. Heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn. Heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. So, as always, I always give everybody thanks, man, appreciation to everybody who shows love, who supports, shares, subscribes, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty hectic. We're back into the season. Me and my Ceasefire team back downtown at Greektown. And it was very frustrating, very sad, very unfortunate. I worked down there Friday night, and there were multiple shootings and a homicide. And, I mean, we were just down there breaking up brawls. I mean, not just fights, but brawls. 5-on-5, 6-on-6, men, women. It was just, very disturbing to see our society, come to that point. Even people walking around with pit bulls, and the pit bulls are just jumping at people, and then the dogs were like going at each other. And I know and the reason I share this is because I want you guys to truly understand what it is that I go through on a regular basis. My lifestyle, what Ceasefire does, in these streets. We mediate between law enforcement and between the community, because there's a huge disconnect between them two. So we make that bridge. We build that bridge, between law enforcement and community, to be able to be effective communicators and try to resolve issues. But right now, the issue is not between the community and law enforcement. It is between the community and the community. We are out here killing ourselves, shooting ourselves, and it's very, very sad that the only way people know how to resolve issues is through violence and through shooting and killing. Like, we got to do better than that. We have have to live by a higher moral standard because at the end of the day, we ain't gonna have to worry about no systems being in place that defeat our purpose because we out here defeating our purpose by our own selves, man. So, you know, and I definitely, my heart is broken. The security member, Daryl at the party store over there in Greektown, was shot and killed because, you know, somebody wanted to cut lines and took his life because he was doing his job. And that just really breaks my heart. He was a good man. And we got to do better than this because I'm tired of going to funerals. But, you know, I just hope that, you know, things get better. And that's really up to us, you know, as a society. But I just wanted to enlighten you guys on what was going on over there. And, you know, I hope that, you know, I believe in the each one teach one theory. But, man, I got some good guests here today, man. And I'm excited about, you know, having these guys here at the studio. They both got some great stories to tell. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So without any further ado, let me introduce my man, Hollywood Street Savage, my dog. Yo. And then we got my man as an extra guest, you know what I'm saying, a plus, my man Troy. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up?
My guy, man, I'm so happy to see you guys. So the three of us connected in the joint, man. While we were in prison, we were building, we was kicking it, you know what I'm saying? You always want to find people who are, you know, who are doing positive things and, you know, reading, writing, people who got goals or on a mission, trying to educate themselves. So as I went through that transition myself, you know, I attracted the people who were being productive and positive, trying to stay out the way and trying to get home, because everybody ain't in there trying to get home. You know what I'm saying? People are comfortable in prison. They like being able to call home and get a secure pack and get a money order and get a visit because it's easy. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want that life no more. I want to come home and make my own way and pay my own way. You know, so my dog, Hollywood Street Savage, when he told me his name, I said, nigga, you from Cali? You from Hollywood for real? He was like, no, nigga, Hollywood Street is from Pontiac. I said, okay, then let me know.
Street in Pontiac,
Yaktown, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk to him, man. Let him know what it is and what it ain't.
Yo, so I'm Hollywood Street Savage. I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. I'm a rapper. I've been doing this since probably 2005, 2006. I met Eladio in prison. I went down for 2 years for a drug charge, and while there, you know, I just plotted. You know, I just plotted on things to you know, to better myself and just come out better. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not have to go back. And yeah, while I was there though, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, a lot of the stuff that you used to tell me. You know what I'm saying? I just applied that. I still apply it. Like, I remember one thing you told me in prison, like, you could either look at this like school, you know what I'm saying, or you could just jump in with the politics and bullshit around or whatever, or, you know, you could just lock in and look at it like school and just, you know, so that's what I did with it while I was there, you know what I'm saying?
And because, you know what, that was part of my transition, bro, is once I knew that I had power and control of the mind, even though I was in an environment where everybody's miserable, every day's a bad day for everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? People mad, they ain't got cigarettes, they ain't got coffee, they ain't got no letters, they ain't got no visits, they ain't got no phone calls. Every day is a bad day. You know what I mean? So every day is unpredictable. You don't know how today's going to go just because of how somebody else is. Sure. But I say, you know what? Once I learned that I had mind control, you know what I'm saying? And just that mental transition, I said, if I wake up every day and look at prison as this is my environment and I'm going to conduct myself according to that. Or I said I can wake up every day as a student and look at this as if I'm in school, and every day I'm going to learn something about something. You know what I mean? And that just helped my mentality evolve, bro. And I was able to separate myself from everything else, create my own lane. You know what I'm saying? But it takes a lot of work, bro, because, you know, it came to the point where I had outgrown prison. I had outgrown the politics, the conversations. Like when I started going through my change of embetterment, I had to change the conversation. I had to change the books I was reading. I had to change the TV shows I was watching. I had to change the music I was listening to. I had to change the activities I was getting to, because I said if I don't change, then nothing is going to change. You know what I mean?
Change. You still mixing, mingling, and just, you know, around the BS. Like, you gonna get up in the BS.
Man, this guy's so cool, man. This nigga's cool and he's
I know.
smooth. I don't know how this nigga ain't a millionaire superstar
real.
already. Because he always been cool as hell. Even in
know.
prison, I said, this nigga so
And it
humble,
don't change
smooth,
in
he
front of the
cool. He
camera
like,
either. It's the
no,
same
nothing
dude.
bother his ass, you know?
The same way, it
Yeah.
doesn't change.
Yeah,
Ever
that's a
since
dope
I've known him, it's never
vibe.
changed.
That's a dope vibe, though.
Yeah.
And man, we met each other in the joint. You was young as hell. I didn't even
Yeah,
realize how
shit.
young you was,
I mean,
bro.
My name's Troy. I born in Pontiac, raised in Lake Orion, Pontiac. I got 4 years for a drug case. I met these guys. I was less than a year in, so that's kind of like it started to sink in at that time, you know. And then I started going to programs. That's where I met Eladio.
Got that chance for life.
Yep, Chance for Life. I started eventually speaking on it myself. I remember the day I met Sav. We were talking just books, knowledge. And then I ended up dragged my whole locker down to the day room. And he was like, sheesh, he grabbed maybe 3 out of the 50. He's like, yeah, we'll see what I can do. But yeah, we damn near read them together, you know, and it took off from there.
Brothers being studious, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so.
And it's not just about reading a book. It's about the book that you read. You know what I'm saying? Because all of it's gonna contribute to you in one form or another. And we was hooked on life skills. I wanted to read anything that was going to help me grow, anything that was going to educate me and enlighten me about life, about love, about respect, about honor, about self, about power, about emotion, you know, all them types of things. And I couldn't stand when motherfucker go read the what was the books? What is it? 48 Laws of Power. And then these guys come to the yard trying to play mind games. I said, man, you better stop playing.
Like, bro, what's that, chapter 3?
Yeah, what is that, chapter 3, motherfucker, verse 32? Stop playing. You over here trying to run game and try to practice your shit. You better try again, more soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, all that shit was all manipulation anyway. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
once it's pretty easy to decipher who's trying to actually better themselves in there and who's trying to just go with the flow and find the next best thing to be somebody, you know?
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Tell me one thing, bro. Like, what was one of the biggest things that impacted your life in prison that, like, made you realize, like, you got to do different, you got to do something, you got to do better, you got to be better?
Just the fact that I couldn't control the situation that I was in.
Wow, yeah, that's powerful, bro.
You know?
Because that takes a toll on a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On any human. You know what I'm saying? Because you hate to feel like somebody else got control over your life. And one thing that I learned about life is if you don't know what to do with your life, somebody else will, and you will become a part of somebody else's plan, somebody else's mission, somebody else's idea. You know. And when you go to prison, you relinquish all your rights, all your privileges. You know what I'm saying? You become a prison number. You become stock. You become product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was one thing that I did not want to live with. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I got to do better than this shit.
No,
I can't allow people to just have control over my life like this. Not for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And much love to all my brothers that are in there doing nats. You know what I'm saying? I already got 25, 30 years in on Natural Life Bid. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that, I understand, everybody got to pay their dues. You know what I'm saying? But, at the end of the day, man, it's a lot of honestly, the brothers that are doing life are the ones that are in college courses right now. They're taking classes and still working on themselves. So I'm like, you could easily be like, man, I'm doing life in this bitch. I ain't doing shit. I don't care about shit. And they're investing the most in themselves. Because you know what they told me? If they do ever let me out, I'm going to make sure that I'm ready.
Yeah.
And the guys who are in there for 5 years and 3 years, they just fooling. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to catch another case and all that shit.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what fueled me a little bit too, because you'll see some of these guys that have been down for 10, 12 years and they're, freshened up just as much as you might be. And you're like, how the hell, you know what I'm saying? But they just spent that much time just trying to better themselves. By the time you read enough and you work on yourself, you're gonna catch up.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I mean, I understand growth is a process. It took me a minute. By the time you guys met me, you guys met the good Nino, you know what I'm saying? Like positive Nino, I mean, I've always been a good person, and I always tried to have a positive outlook on life. But it's the the gangs, the politics, the drugs, that whole mentality that kept me in a realm of negativity. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to shake a bag. You know what I mean? You know, I'm the head of the cash flow posse. I'm the head of Hosta. I'm the block rep. You know what I'm saying?
it took
So
you a little
I
bit
had
longer to
all
get
these
home?
hats, and it just got exhausting. I was like, you know what, bro? In order for me to be able to move forward with my life and be able to live a healthy life, I got to start cutting ties with all this shit, because I done gave my whole life to this shit. You know what I mean? And it landed me in prison. I lost everything because of it. And I said, damn, you know, how grateful am I to have a second chance, because I ain't going to blow it, man. I'm going to take care of business. And what I love to do is invest in others, man. And that's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? When we was together, we were able to build. You know, I was able to share my story, my mission, my journey, and vice versa, you know? And I love that we're out here all together now, building, chilling, you know what I'm saying? Having a good time, celebrating life, celebrating love, celebrating freedom. You know, we're all off parole. We're all, you know, doing good for ourselves,
Bro,
man.
we was just in there, same unit, same back hallway, pressing them bunks. You feel me?
Man, you always used to be writing a song and shit. Every time I come by, you writing a new song. Love song. It's sad as hell. Nah, I blow shit. If you think you're lonely now.
Yeah, some of them songs on the tube right now.
That's the shit. You see, manifest that shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
And you was dedicated, committed. Every morning I knew where to find you with the mocha shots. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Had the little cafecito, you know what I mean?
For sure, man. Yeah, I still remember a lot of the mornings, just spending with you and just sipping the coffee and the mochas, and you know, just plotting and scheming, man. Just talking about, dreaming about this right now, just the shit we doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, trying to make it happen. So yeah, this shit is dope. It's dope to, you know, that we just here and free and, you know, off parole, like you said, and it's
No,
dope.
cool little motherfucker. This nigga too cool. They got swear to God. That's my guy though, man. Hands down.
Yeah.
Troy, man, what you been up to? What you been doing with yourself, bro?
Shit, man, I'm in this cannabis game, specifically in processing, building a facility right now here in Detroit. We're fully licensed and recreational. Shit's pretty surreal, but it's happening.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
I love cannabis.
Yeah. So we're in processing. We make all the oils. We'll be handling a lot of oils, talking to a lot of brands, a lot of distribution, a lot of networking, and a lot of hard work.
No, definitely. I understand. Any project of any kind that you want to produce profits, it's going to require a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of research, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man.
I can't underestimate how much hard work. Pretty much, it's like quit my job 15 months ago, haven't been paid since, so it's just a grind. Luckily, I had, a lot of support, a lot of help. We got a good team. But yeah, we raised, north of 7 figures to get this project going. So, pretty.
And you know what? That's a big commitment because, in Detroit at least, man, especially in River Rouge, like, bro, you bend any corner and there's a dispensary right next to each other, across from each other. Like, they're like everywhere, you know what I mean? And so it's a competitive market, and it's like you got to be able to stand out, provide something that's different from everybody else.
Yeah.
Whether it's the product, whether it's the quality, whether it's appealing to the eye, or whether it's your network and building relationships with people, no matter what. And shout out to 263 Cannabis. They just had a soft opening yesterday. Shout out to them, man. I wish you guys all the success, and I definitely got to stop by and see what you guys got going on, man.
Yes, sir.
So everybody to know who 263 is, you know what time it is.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like really dope, man. So like, what did it take from you to be able to reach that point? Oh
man,
that's because that's like scientifical shit, bro. And then to be responsible and make sure that you're putting, good product out, because you got people just building labs in their bathrooms and backyards and shit and making oil and selling shit on the street.
Yeah.
And people are getting sick and all that good shit. So it's like,
yeah, absolutely. I had a lot of help. I had an associate of mine was in the field himself. He asked for help. This is right when I came home in 2020. He was like, hey, I got these projects I'm overseeing. Basically, I need some help. So I helped him, and in terms, I just learned it all. And then from there, it was just once I learned the craft, it took me pretty much 2 years of working with him to basically see what's what, figure it out, who's who I need to be on my team. And then from there, by myself, I can't do anything, but with a team, we could take over the world.
You got free education. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm sure whoever taught you had to go through some trial and errors and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So by the time he met you, you got to learn the right way.
Oh, and you should have seen, we went through every trial and error ourselves.
Did you?
So
Okay.
I can't imagine what he went through before me, but us, I got to see a lot of stuff go wrong in that time. So it was free education. Absolutely.
And that's what was always risky about the weed business is because, it's just you have to know what you're doing, And,
Yeah.
And I knew a lot of people, like you said, quit their jobs, and wanted to be full-time growers, and then the market just went all the way down. Like people were selling bows for, it still are, I'm
Right.
$800, $900, $1,000, and I'm talking about shit that I was getting for 24 a bow, 22 a bow,
Right.
shit. I was selling zips for 200. You know what I'm saying? Now it's half the price. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So it's like so many people were excited and ambitious about the business itself, but if you didn't have like a clientele that was loyal to you, that was going to keep you alive. I know a lot of people, man, last year that just folded up shop and had lots of money invested in equipment, space, all that good shit, and they're just like, bro, the profit's not there anymore. Nobody's buying it. You know what I'm saying? They're calculating, okay, we're getting 20, 22, 24 a bow. Shit, a year later, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't even get $1,000 for a pound.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely saturated in certain places depending on your business model. There are places, business models where you can go in right now and make a lot of money. If your model's to get in and start growing, I probably wouldn't, but there's plenty of other avenues to make money in the industry for sure.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of people that felt like they had to network with like Cali and shit like that. But
Yeah.
from what I hear, a lot of people are like, Michigan got good growers. They got good weed out there.
Yeah,
And
we really do.
yeah, and a lot
got
of
some
people
good
felt like
blood,
we couldn't
sure.
be competitive with Cali because of the climate and because of things like that. But I'm like, shit, I've seen some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
We got some good bud for sure.
Mm-hmm. What about you? What you do with it? What's that? You brought these. What's them?
Yeah, so working on a cannabis brand. These is distillate pens, grinding gas.
Grinding gas. That's your shit, dog.
Yeah, we got a couple flavors or whatever.
And my dog brought me a goodie bag. I was happy to the bug. I love surprises, gifts, all that good shit. So when he brought me the goodie bag, I said, what? Come on, come on. Let's see what's up in here, though, anyway. I got to see what's going on up in here.
Couple of merch items.
Okay, then. You got my favorite color. Got the grinding hat. I remember this, bro. I remember you had me drawing up logos and shit for you, man, using this, bro.
I still got them.
Man, this shit match my outfit and everything, man. My guy, man. Thank you, brother. Let me see what else in here. What? Okay, then. We got the glasses, the Hollywood Street Savage glasses. Okay, then.
Grinding Club.
Make you feel like you in Hollywood with these motherfuckers on. So if you see me at the beach, you know what time it is.
For sure.
Yup. Okay, what's this? Got me a shot glass, dope ass shot glass. Damn, nigga, I feel like it's my birthday and shit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
From the Vegas trip.
Hey, this is like the gift to keep on giving. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah. What else you got
Look,
in there?
grinders and shit. Hell yeah, stickers and shit. I'm like a
you
kid.
got
I
the
feel like it's a
grinding.
Happy Meal. It's a big ass Happy Meal. I'm a big ass kid. I got grinders every color. Got the grinding brand. Oh shit. God damn. Thank you, bro. That's how excited I am. You hear me?
Oh.
Man, I appreciate you, man. It's
No
definitely showing
problem.
love, man.
So,
I'm put these stickers on my laptop. My God, man. Thank you so
you got
much.
the
I
QR
appreciate
code on
it.
it. You scan it. It's gonna take you to the website.
Yup.
HollywoodStreetSavage.com.
I'm gonna stick that bitch on a stop sign or something near the neighborhood, man.
Everywhere.
So how's life been, bro? Since you've been home, Sav, man? What's like a little bit of everything. What's like, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly about just getting out. You know what I'm saying? Once you get out, and then you got all these goals, these dreams, and all these things you want to accomplish, and then, you know, everything seems so easy when you got it made out in your head, but then you get home and in real life and in real time shit get complicated, man. What have been some of your biggest challenges that you had to overcome since you've been home, and then the same with you as well?
So right before I got out of prison, or just during my time in prison, I had plans and I had people in mind that was part of these plans, you know what I'm saying? And I thought I had like all the pieces to the puzzle and stuff, but then when I got home, like a lot of them people, I didn't like. We just didn't. I ain't gonna say we didn't click no more, but it just, you know, it was different. Like they wasn't, you know, it just, you know. So I still had these missing pieces and stuff, and it just didn't all come together like I was planning. And so like, you know, that kind of how you say, discouraged me a little bit. And then too, like being on the run for a year, and then getting caught, and then getting locked up for the 2 years. So then, like, it's a whole new wave of rappers, and, you know, it's a whole new generation down there, you know what I'm saying? It's just different from before I went in, you know what I'm saying? And so I just had to figure out, like where I fit into all this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting back paying attention to all this content, you know, because we're in the digital era now. So I'm just paying attention to the content. I'm trying to figure out how to monetize on all these different platforms, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, bro, I'm not going to sit there on the internet and Facebook and stuff and just be on there all day posting, and I'm trying to get the bag off it, you feel me? Like,
yeah, no doubt.
And so, you know, just trying to figure those type of things out. Also, too, like, you know, I'm older now, you feel me? So, like, it's just, like, you know, I'm just thinking, like, man, is this shit going to still work? How does it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure it out. So, like, it just be all that, you know, balancing, you know, at home, the kids and stuff like that, and just trying to still make it happen, you know. But
yeah, because in real life, you got to ask yourself the question, like, is this a hobby, or is this something that I'm really committed to, that I'm trying to manifest something bigger? You know what I'm saying? Because there's been I've been running my podcast for 3 years now, bro, and I've had moments where I was ready to fold up shop just because, you know, it requires a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, especially money, bro, you know, and it's like, you know, I believe in what I'm doing, though. You know, I believed in my craft. I believe in my skills. I believe in, you know, what I'm doing. And, you know, I you know, eventually, now that it's fulfilling its purpose, doing what it's supposed to do, I'm like, shit, I want to see some profits out of this shit. And I see how easy it is, you know. You know, you look on the internet all the time and people are like overnight millionaires, or, you know, people are just getting millions of views. Now they're getting paid, they're getting checks and things like that. I just don't want to be that guy 20, 25, 30 years from now doing the same shit and ain't accomplished shit with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you got to distinguish and understand, like, because it's a big commitment, because you take a lot of time away from your family. You know what I'm saying? You sacrifice a lot of time that you could be doing other things, and you're committed to this. Absolutely. So you got to ask yourself, like, is this really worth it? Do I really believe in it? Is this just a hobby? It's got to have its place, because the more power you give, the more power it's going to require. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even in growing and all that shit, too, that's very, very time consuming. And that's why a lot of people actually quit their jobs, because it required a lot of time, a lot of energy, you know what I'm saying? But people were eating with their eyes, because, you know, nobody was really prepared for that, you know, the market to plummet like it did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so then try to pick up the pieces after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, since coming home for me, I feel like it was the same thing. I came home March 2020. I got blindsided by COVID. So, you know, I had all these plans, got blindsided, and then yeah, it was easy to get stuck in whatever you could do, or whatever they were let you do, you know. It was hard to, you know, you want to see everybody, but at the same time, it's like, are they doing something that, you know, to better yourself, that's all you're doing, then you want to keep that going when you get out. So it was easy to, you know, if you actually want to accomplish any of those goals that we took so long to manifest and we plan and network to talk about, and it's something that you really have to manage on how much time you're spending on, you know,
because, you know,
bettering yourself.
being away for all that time, you know, you have so much time to evaluate your life prior to prison and what you did right, what you did wrong, what you need to do, what you need to change, what I need to change, you know what I mean? And you know, because when you get home, you want to be able to you know, commit to something and build a solid foundation to build on.
For sure. But if you like, you know, like the podcast, it's like life, like this house, everything. Like if you just spend like a couple hours every day or a couple hours every week doing something, eventually those hours are going to compound.
Yeah, quick to the motherfucker, I tell you what.
It's coming, man. Look at this, man. This is nice, for real.
This shit is official. But
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
It's just consistency, bro. Like, just gotta keep at it.
You did talk about this in 2017. You talked about this, and you are here today, and you're helping people every day. You know, whether you see it, you might not see it, but
connections, networking. Like, bro, I be seeing you on the internet moving
I'm
around,
trying to tell you,
different
bro.
people, bro. Like,
you know, because in prison, bro, we were surrounded by barriers. You know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest barrier was ourselves, our actions, our decisions, our mind state. You know what I mean? And now it's like, you know, what successful people always told me is that your net worth is determined by your network. And I have an awesome network, bro. Awesome network. I know a lot of people everywhere, bro. You know what I mean?
Adding up.
But ain't nobody cutting up my fucking checks, though. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I just ain't met the right person.
We're figuring it out.
What bridge I need to build or
Man,
what network
sometimes it feels like you're not getting nowhere. But one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, is
because my wife is getting on my ass sometimes. Like, listen, you spend a lot of time doing this shit. What we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Is this a hobby? Is this for funsies or what? You know what I mean? But this shit is serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? My whole intention of putting this together was to be able to build a platform for people like us to share our stories. Because there's a lot of people who criticize us without knowing who we are, what we've been through, or where we from. It's easy.
That's why we're here today. We're talking about what we're doing since we came home.
Ain't no doubt about it, because it's people right now, bro, that just got out and they beating down the door to get right back in. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
horrible. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're not
watch it. It was dudes in our unit, bro. Like, went home and then bro, you could see he could see his old bunk from his new bunk. Type shit. You feel me? Like,
it's fucking terrible, dog. Man, dog.
Like, bro,
he getting all the shit back he gave away. Hey, bro, remember that jacket I gave you when I went home? And that,
hey, you still got that cup? Remember that cup?
Yeah, my favorite mug, coffee mug. Motherfucker gave it back to you, dog.
His old debts and shit.
Dog, this shit crazy, man. Prison is wild as hell, man.
Man, it taught me so much, honestly. It's hard to say that I wouldn't, like, you know, I wouldn't do what I did to do that.
I think it was one of the best things that ever happened to me, for real.
Honestly, I can really say that. I wouldn't be here today if I wasn't there, you know. I wouldn't.
No doubt about it, man. Everything serves its purpose, bro. I swear it does, man. You know what I mean? And sometimes I know when you're in the midst of the suffering and the pain, and it's hard to see that, you know what I mean? But it all served its purpose, because we all obtained some type of knowledge, some type of experience, something that help us focus, something that help us understand the difference between circumstantial and unconditional love, learning to love and respect ourselves. And then, you know, a situation like that bring out the best and the worst in you, but it shows you what you're truly made of, bro. It gives you time to be able to reflect, do inventory and internal work, and you know, and look in the mirror and tell yourself what you see, you know, and I love it, bro, and you know, all the things that I learned, like you said, I would have never, I wouldn't be where I'm at today hadn't I went through what I went through, you know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Sometimes it take a guy 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. But, you know, if I see you 20 years later like I did, I came home, everybody was stuck. Everybody was stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was through, man. Drugs took over the community. I'm talking about people who was on pills. They was on heroin. I ask people today, and they be like, yeah, I'm hooked on fentanyl. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, not hooked on heroin, not hooked on crack, but hooked on fentanyl. So you know what you do. You know what you taking, and you know that any day you finna be dead.
That's
They're
terrible.
Who the fuck want to be that high that I want to
Playing
die?
Russian roulette.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to sell heroin in prison, and I'm not glorifying that shit. I'm just saying this is stupid shit that I did. But I was selling heroin in prison, and you know, when they found out about people ODing and shit, they wanted it. They wanted it. That's what they wanted. They was like, what? He died? He was OD'd? Oh, yeah, let me get some of that. Where you get it from? You know what I mean? I was like, so y'all really, like, y'all want to get so high that you want to die. You know, that's deep, man. You know, I like smoking a little weed, be high, feel good, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, but I don't ever want to be so high that I die.
Bruh, I ain't experimenting with none of that.
And it's a lot of guys that you know had got hooked on heroin in prison. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I never ever fucked with none of that shit. Nothing hard, bro. Even in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Everything was weed and coke, and it was because those were social drugs, bro. You know what I'm saying? The adults did all the coke and drinking, and all the young people we was smoking and you know, drinking and partying and shit like that. But I never really got off into like selling crack, heroin, things like that, because I knew what it did to people. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what my hustle was about. I wasn't trying to come up at the expense of other people's lives and well-being. You know what I'm saying? I was just on the grind. I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to live. I'm
Have
trying
a
to
little
make
bit
money.
more fun.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But I see what that shit done did to people. When I came home, people was fucked up, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different hustle now. It's not good. It's not just a social. People are trying to get rich off of, you know, the lives of people's wallets, you know.
Mm-hmm. Man, what do you think about today's violence, though, bro, that's going on, like, everywhere? Even I just was seeing on Chicago, downtown Chicago, bro. They said they went crazy. All the teenagers was just shooting. I mean, it's the same shit here in Detroit. But I'm talking about, bro, these are 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, all teenagers, man, and they just fooling, bro.
One thing for sure. We see a lot of this stuff going on the news and stuff like that. A lot of guys crashing out and all that stuff. One thing for sure, they crashing out doing wild shit. But one thing for sure, they got a bunk space for these boys, and they snatching them up, and that's it.
They got a number for them.
That's
for sure.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, funeral homes are making money. Cemeteries are making money. Prisons are making money.
It's everybody be heavy motion, all these niggas talking about motion, but like, bro, there's no motion in prison, so
everything is slow motion.
Yeah, if you want motion,
Slow
you know what I'm
motion,
saying? You
extra
better not
slow.
crash out. Ain't no motion in prison, bro. Like you can't make nothing shake in prison for real.
I mean, I know when I was young, bro, I was wild as hell, bro. I mean, I went to juvenile at 15 years old. I got caught with 15 guns. At 15 years old, I was fully blown gang banging, selling drugs, everything. You know what I mean? And so sometimes I'm like, damn, am I just being hard on them or what? But I'm like, I was telling my wife, like, you know, the damage I did within my own community. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are going downtown. You know what I'm saying? Where like, you know, it's supposed to be public. Guy can holler at a girl and the girl don't like him, and then he'll shoot her, you know what I'm saying, because she turned him down or whatever it may be. Or it was just like, wow, it was just out of control. And I feel like schools need to start teaching life skills, you know what I'm saying? Because people need to know how to learn how to communicate with each other, how to articulate. People need to really learn how to care about themselves, care about others. Even 3 powerful words, please, thank you, and excuse me, will get you a long way in life. You know what I mean? Just the decency of respect. You know, a lot of young people don't even respect adults, and I had a hard time understanding why. But then I realized that, you know, when I was young, I was always lied to, disappointed, like by the adults. The adults were the ones that was always you know, taking advantage of me or, you know, utilizing me for something or lying to me or, you know, just disappointing me. And I'm like, you know, no wonder these, you know, youth don't have any faith in adults. You know what I'm saying? And then I asked one of the homies in prison, like he was a young homie, and I was like, what's up? And he was like, man, I sell dope to my parents. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so when you sell dope to your parents or your aunts and uncles, like, you don't have no respect for any adults because you look at everybody like they dope fiends. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so that's adults today, and why they don't respect them is because, you know, the adults haven't respected themselves or given them anything to respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, one day at a time, man. You know, each one teach one. I just went to a school today and spoke at what was it, Detroit Central, and so what they're doing in the city is they have a Detroit DPD basketball team, and they're going around all the high schools in Detroit and they're playing their high school basketball teams. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, you know, just build a healthy relationship because a lot of the youth, bro, do not have no respect for any type of law enforcement or authority, bro. Like, they really go at them. They really be disrespectful towards them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, you don't understand. That's your cousin. That's your brother. That's your idea about improving, you know, justice is having people from our communities patrolling our communities. But it's like we so accustomed to hating ourselves and going at ourselves, you know, people from our own communities, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, where do you find the middle ground at, bro? You know, but like I said, man, ultimately, bro, you know, it's going to take a lifetime to change things if they ever change. But that's what this country was built on, man. Rape, pillage, and plunder. So this is what we're a product of, you know, at the end of the day. But, you know, enough with the sad shit, man. God dang.
Do you think it's more, like, do you think it's been the violence and all that type of stuff is like you seeing more of it? You think it's more than like
oh yeah, definitely.
I think right now it might be a little bit of the COVID thing tied in with people getting dependent on the drug. I think we're starting to see like the aftermath of what happens with COVID, and it's a lot of the people, you know, it's a lot of people are broke. People are, you know, dependent on drugs, things that are stressed out and, you know, have never learned how to handle it. You never know. I don't know.
You know what I've been watching on Reels is people walking in the store 10 at a time and just
nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
What can you do? Cali, it's like a misdemeanor or something like that.
Bro, I was in Chicago last year, and a group of dudes went in and knocked out. There's a security. It was about 15-20 minutes before the police were there.
That was long gone.
Yep.
I mean, I've been seeing them in malls, going in Louis Vuitton store, even the women too. They even in Walmart.
Shit is terrible.
Walking out with buggies, you know what I'm saying?
Nike boxers, the girls still in Nike boxers, like bags.
I'm like, Dad, they done took boosting to a whole nother level, dog. That's boosting on steroids, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, bro, society, you know, I always think of the Bible and Sodom and Gomorrah and how everything was just lawless, nigga, and just total chaos. And it's like, I'm seeing that shit, bro. I'm seeing it, man. You know? I've been to so many funerals since I've been home, bro. This shit is just wild. It's crazy. It's like nobody values life. Nobody values love, loyalty, nothing, bro. But more so than anything, life, because you only get one time, one shot, one kill, you know? So it's like, what are you going to do with it? That's why I said, man, I got a second chance at life, man. I'm going to make sure I, you know, make it work for me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that stuff messed me up when I seen on your page that you lost Pat.
Yeah, man.
The last time I linked with you and stuff, he was there and stuff.
Yeah, you know, Pat came home, bro, and he was doing so good. Pat had a degree from prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he came home and he was doing a lot of activist work and shit. He was always in Lansing, Ann Arbor. Like, he was always doing a lot of positive shit, but wasn't none of it producing no money. You know what I'm saying? And he just got tired of being broke, dog. So he went back to what he knew and went right back to the streets, bro. And he ran as what the streets gonna do to you. They gonna kill you. They gonna put you in prison. They gonna betray you. They gonna lie to you. They gonna do all that shit. I'm straight with that shit. I lived a whole lifetime of that shit, bro. I want to be around good people. I want to manifest good things in my life and anybody I come in contact with, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, it's just sad to see because you know a lot of these people have such good potential, bro. You know what I mean, to do good things, but it's just the pressure from the necessity of money, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, they gave me some credit cards. I'm financially illiterate. I ain't never had a credit card in my motherfucking life. They gave me 5, 6 of them. Bitch, I ran it all up. You hear me? Nigga, I'm spending every motherfucking check I get trying to pay my shit off, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God dang. You know? But life is a learning process, bro. You know, for sure, man.
Absolutely.
So now I got to pay that shit down.
We'll figure it out. That was nothing we ain't used to.
Yeah, no doubt about it,
figure
man.
it
That's
out.
why these some sponsorship, man. Y'all something else, man. I dropped off a lot of sponsorship packets out to a lot of my friends, bro. And ain't nobody broke no motherfucking bread. I'm telling you, somebody gonna give me 20 million one of these days. I'm gonna remember that shit. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all, man. Hey, it's all love, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. What projects you been working on, bro?
So, this month on the 20th, it's in a couple days. We like less than a week or something, I believe. So I got the Cutter documentary rolling out.
Bro, this brother Cutter, I know I've never met him, but every brother that I've met from Pontiac, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Rio, my nigga Thone, like all of them, bro, show so much love to this brother Cutter, bro.
Yeah.
And especially you've always talked about that brother with endearment. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was big, bro, man. And so at first I didn't want to even do the documentary or nothing like that, or really touch none of it or whatever, because you know I know it's a lot of politics with it, and you know, a lot of people gonna have their opinions, it's high expectations, you know, stuff like that. So I know I ain't gonna be able to please everybody. But then, like, I remember Googling him one day, and like it was almost like non-existent, you know, for the impact that he had on Pontiac. And it was like he was just non-existent on the internet. You feel me? So I'm like, nah, like I gotta, like, you know, and then a couple of the homies was in my ear too. Like, who else better to do it? Who gonna tell the story? So I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna just do it. So we rolling out the doc, and we telling his life story through his friends and family, and it'll be out April 20th on his birthday this month, couple days.
Okay.
And we re-releasing some of his old music on all platforms, all streaming platforms. So, you know, search up Cutter Keys. You can stream all his music.
Cutter with a K.
Spotify, Cutter with a K. Kutta. Cutter Keys. Keyz. And so yeah, that's what we got going with that. And then
That's dope, bro. That's dope because you keeping that man's legacy alive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what? What I learned about people, man, I don't give a fuck what you doing. You could be doing the best shit in the world, most positive, helping everybody. You could be giving everybody money. Somebody always gonna have some bullshit to say. Somebody always gonna have a problem with what you got to say. And I learned that the hard way because I'm a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? And then when people don't, you know, they ain't happy, you think you done did something wrong, man. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? But you are doing something very positive, bro. And I know that brother is in heaven and he looking down on you and he happy, he clapping. And you know, that's why you're going to be successful, bro, because you doing something that's honorable, bro. You keeping somebody's legacy alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his I mean, Cut's impact was crazy. It was like not even just in Pontiac. It was like,
yeah,
it was
shit's
crazy.
crazy.
It was crazy, and it was like even old people were listening to music, and he was in high school. You know what I'm saying? It was
that's
crazy.
Yeah.
It was like he was on the radio. The shit was crazy.
Yeah, he go down as a legend in Pontiac.
For sure.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So, you know, much love and respect to him. You know, I know it's a lot of brothers that love you and miss you, but, you know, they keeping your memory alive, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then aside from that, getting back into the music, we releasing a lot of music. So, you know, just be on the lookout. HollywoodStreetSavage.com. A lot of new music, a lot of new content. We doing YouTube, reaction videos, just content in general. You feel me? Music, everything.
Bro, I've been keeping an eye on you,
I'm
bro.
just,
You on Reels, you on TikTok. You on everything, bro.
Yeah,
Every time I see
he's on
Hollywood
it, bro.
Streets out,
I'm
he's
just trying
doing
to-
it, bro.
I'm trying to figure out how to monetize this stuff, man. That's it.
Content's A1 always.
Content,
Spends
man.
his time, man.
You know, I feel like I got pretty good content overall. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? And I'm like, you know, I'm learning, you know, as I'm growing with this, you know, podcast and, you know, the team that I have. And, you know, it's just watching it grow, you know what I mean? But like I said, ultimately, you know, I was very purpose driven. But now that it's fulfilling its purpose, now it's like, you want to see some profit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll get there. It's gonna be, you know, one day at a time.
Yeah, no
It's
doubt
gonna
about
get
it,
there,
man.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm glad though that you know that we're all doing good for ourselves, bro.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And you know, everybody look good, everybody got, you know, something going on.
For sure.
You know, in the work that I do reentry work now. It's crazy because now I help people who get out of prison and, you know, they need IDs, they need jobs, they need clothes, they need food, they need help, you know.
Right.
And you know, so I wouldn't have been able to fulfill that had I wouldn't been through what I've been through, you know. And you know, and the lives and the deaths of others, you know, keep us inspired and motivated to do what we do as well, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Are you still do you still do work down at the one building where I linked up with you the one
at
time?
the DHDC, man. That's my second home right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I built a whole life for myself, you know what I mean? And I'm so grateful for them just because they gave me a second chance, bro, because ain't nobody in a hurry to hire somebody that just did 17 years for a murder case, you know what I'm saying? And then make
Right.
me a youth mentor, you know what I'm saying? Threw me in front of 100 kids. But I killed it, bro. I killed it. I'm still killing it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I done got raises. I got a title now. I got a team now. I got an office. I got all that shit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
I know
thank
you
thank
worked
you,
hard
brother.
for it, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, and sometimes, you know, we're our own worst critics, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't nobody harder on us than we are on ourselves. So, you know, I'm really just to the point now where I'm learning how to applaud myself and pat myself on the back and not be so hard on myself, you know what I mean? I just, you know, I'm not saying I'm trying to make up for the time that's lost, but, you know, I've seen how much I've accomplished so far, and I just want to keep on winning. I want to keep on doing good. I want to keep on producing, you know what I'm saying? But it just gets frustrating because sometimes I feel like, you know, people benefit more off of what I do than I actually do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll put some shit together and they'll thrive off of it, and ain't nobody made me a plate though. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what I want to do is I want to start focusing on how I benefit off the moves that I make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm always open for equal and open opportunity for everybody. I love people. I applaud people constantly, you know what I'm saying, who are being successful. But, you know, I'm ready to get what I deserve, bro. You know what I mean? For real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
oh, yeah.
It's coming, for sure.
Yeah. So with you, bro, and your projects and your endeavors and everything that you going on, like what is the goal? What is the mission? Like what is the end game? To just constantly evolve with the business, to constantly grow with it? Is it more clientele, or is it like, is there
No.
a deadline for you, or you just
Eventually,
going
no.
with the flow?
No, I'm just going with the flow. I do got a ultimate goal that, I mean, I guess at first the biggest thing was finding somehow to, when I first wanted to get into it, I had to figure out how I was going to get into it fresh out of prison. Pretty much, you know, more or less broke. So for me, I had to make myself useful in the industry. I had to learn something. I can't just, you know, expect someone to believe in my idea and just do it. I had to actually, you know, learn it and put it into fruition and show them that I could do it. And then now, since I did that, we have this project coming open right now. After this, my goal is to, I want distribution across the country. You know, we can produce oil for other growers. So they give us the biomass and we turn it into an oil and we keep a percentage of that.
And that's what these are, right? So you make pins.
We make we make the pens, we make the oil that's in the pens, and we
the
white
carts. Is it
Yeah,
pens
yeah.
and carts? Are they the same thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Or the
it's the
carts
same.
go into pins?
label. Yeah, it's a cart. Yeah, but yeah, the pens. I mean, the oil. It makes edibles, pens.
Edibles too. So you guys make edibles as well?
Well, we won't make the edibles, but we'll distribute the oil to.
Oh, to make.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. So kind of like the GFS of the weed industry, you know.
Mhm. That's dope. That's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Because you know, that opened up so much different opportunity. Even if you're just not a grower, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can still make money off the scraps. That's pretty much what you're doing. You're taking the scraps and you take one man's trash and make it your treasure.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, I learned how to basically design and certify the labs commercially, which once I actually did it, I realized it was like a niche. Like there's not very many people that know how to do it.
Mhm.
So I would say for the long-term goal, I want to have one of these in every state, maybe every corner of the country. See if I can get some.
That's
some of this
really dope.
distribution.
That's really so. Is there like a specific crowd that you aim for, or is this like for anybody, for everybody, or
Yeah,
you know?
it's anybody for anybody. Any state that is legal. Obviously it has to be legal. I have to have a license for it.
Mhm.
But yeah, the oil can be sold to any brand to make basically anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's dope. So what are the challenges that you have with because, trust has to be an issue. Anytime you go into any kind of business, like I got to trust Brian to be here every Monday and run my podcast efficiently, you know what I'm saying, and do a good job. So you have a team you have to build. You got a team you got to build. Finding somebody that's on the same wave as you, the same page as
I would
you.
say trust is the biggest thing, especially, I mean, we have so many things going against us coming out of prison.
Mhm.
The stigmas, the news, everybody's, and then with the cannabis industry specifically, everybody, says they can do this or everyone has fire, but until you smoke it. But so for that, trust is something that you can't just get overnight. It takes time. So you have to show people that you're serious about yourself. Because why would I invest in you if you're not going to invest in yourself?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
you have to
I
show
agree.
people that this is what I do, and I'm going to do it whether you help me or not. So eventually, you gain somebody's trust over time.
Mm-hmm. No doubt, because it's hard to find reliable help. And, when you're working on things like this, you always hope for the best. But the team that you build around you want to have the same commitment, that has the same interests and has your best interests and want to see you successful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because it doesn't always work out that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes your own people get jealous of you, and then they start working against you rather than for you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you give them. They don't want what you give them. They want what you got.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. No doubt about it. You can sit there and break bread and make them a sandwich every motherfucking day. They don't want that sandwich that
They want the
that
whole
you
jar.
gave. They want what you got on your plate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I learned that early in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was always taught, you want to know who your friends are, put some money on the table, bro. And that applies to every life. It's just shit that I learned in the streets. But, bro, you can go to a fortune company right now and they're doing the same shit. It's just over money, and business is cutthroat, bro. Sometimes business even today has just become so inhumane, bro. You know what I'm saying? People are willing to sell their souls, bro. You know what I'm saying? For some profit,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Profit and clout.
so that's why, building a team, bro, it's like you got to make sure that there's trust, because like you were saying, when you first came home and weren't able to make that connection with everybody, people grow apart. People grow in different directions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People's priorities change. People's missions change.
Yeah, life happens.
People have kids. People get married. People, turn into other things or become other things and other interests. And, you
Exactly.
guys might have been locked in today, but next week, next month, or next year,
Ain't on that.
things could be totally different.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I'm trying to build something here, And so it's like keeping up with that and making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So with the music thing, what separates you from everybody else? Now, I've listened to your music. I've seen your videos. I'm telling you, I don't even know how you ain't a superstar already by now, bro.
Hey, I
I'm
swear,
serious, bro.
I knew Asab.
He
before
looks like a fucking celebrity to me. I'm like,
knew-
what the fuck?
I knew Asab's music before the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Damn, that's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah, I remember the first encounter with you. Somebody, I think, what was his name? Doc.
Yeah.
Remember Doc?
Yeah.
He was like, hey, somebody over there, he said they know you and shit, know your music, we from your way. And that's how I met him. That was the encounter.
No.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. Nigga be feeling special as hell when you be in a community and a restaurant. Hey, you're the podcast guy. I'm like, God damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga feel special than a superstar status, man.
Famoso. Yeah.
That's all love, though, man. You know what I'm saying? At least you know you putting in the work. Somebody listening to you. Somebody like your shit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. And I really appreciate all the pointers that you give me, man, on how to kind of evolve with this whole podcasting and, you know, utilizing platforms and all that type of
Bro's
shit.
2 steps ahead of the curve, bro. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
he been busy, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't seen him, I be seeing him like every day, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love being connected to you brothers, man, because it's all love. No matter how long it's been, we ain't seen each other, bro. It's like we were just together yesterday, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Likewise,
And
for sure.
yeah, it's always been love, bro. And I'm very happy and honored to have you guys here,
Yeah, bro.
and you know, just sharing our stories, building like we would of any other time.
Yeah, this a treat right here, man.
And wasn't nobody fucking with my cook-ups, you know.
Oh man, no, not at all.
Yeah, I didn't care if it was
We gotta
a nacho
do
bowl
like a
or-
vlog, a cook up. Something,
ready to
some
do
type
what-
of
I'm
content.
telling you, in quality or quantity, either.
bro.
yes, no doubt about it, man.
Fire A1
Them
fire
Nino
and
cook-ups, bro.
I can make a bagel sandwich and put Burger King out of business. Boy, you better
For
stop
real.
playing with me.
playing with them.
And I never liked pickles so much until I went to prison. You know, niggas put pickles on everything. Barbecue sauce and shit. You know, motherfuckers just make a whole concoction of
Figuring
shit.
some shit out.
I done made a few of them since I've been home, and people are like, "What the fuck?" And then they taste it. They're like, "Damn, it's sweet and it's sour. It's all this good
Yeah.
shit."
I done seen you make some
Make
spread
me a-
since you been to the crib.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna make me a prison taco
Nigga,
truck,
Fed a whole party.
food truck. You know what I'm saying? What you want? You want a bagel sandwich? Or you want a bow dude? What you want?
The famous dudes.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man.
Fire.
Yeah, I used to love the rices. Them was my favorite.
With the
Making
corn?
them fried rices.
corn?
Yeah,
Bro,
hell
you was
yeah.
eating
yeah.
on the fried rice.
That shit,
Mhm.
bro.
Eating
Fire.
fried rice.
That was my favorite. And then I cooked the meat in there so that the grease soak into the rice. Boy, I hungry.
Man.
That was my
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
though, for real, man. So, like, what's the future looking like for you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, what's the goal, bro? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind for yourself? And you got babies, too, so they learning from you and everything that you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I just want to make this shit happen, man. I just want to, you know what I'm saying?
Because they make it look easy. They make it look like
Yeah,
easy, but it ain't easy, bro.
Nah, it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. You know, you gotta just be consistent and stay motivated, stay focused. You know, it's like, bro, nothing is gonna like you. You just gotta self motivate. You feel me? The days that like, bro, you just gotta self motivate. You can't be sitting here like, oh, these people ain't supporting me, or you know, just you just gotta self motivate
Waiting
and make
for a
that shit
handout.
happen. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
Like,
no
shit.
doubt about
They're
it.
waiting for this. They're waiting for a handout too. You know.
and I feel like a lot of us, like in the entertainment industry, for years, like we used to talk about, you know, how they blow up in Cali, they're blowing up Atlanta, like they're doing so good out there. Like, I can't wait for somebody to recognize or notice me, to sign us or come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was waiting for somebody to make it happen for us. And then when I came home, like, Michigan just created its own lane, and it just been running with it on the entertainment, on the cannabis, just on every aspect, bro. You know what I'm saying? We like, fuck it, we ain't waiting on nobody. We gonna get it on our own. And I love that because, like, anytime I have events, like, bro, you see local vendors, you see local performers, like, everything is local. You know what I'm saying? We are empowering each other, learning from each other, supporting each other, educating each other, networking with each other. Like, it's really dope. I'm so happy to see it come that way, because before it was like, oh, we need to meet somebody from Cali, or we need to run into somebody, or I got to go to Atlanta and to blow up, you know what I'm saying, or to become anything. And it's like, shit, you know, we got our own lane now,
I
bro.
think-
Platforms as
now-
big as you make it.
Yeah, I think now it's way easier to get popping too, because like it's just all the like I said, we in a digital era, you know, all these apps and stuff like that, like them phones, like you could do so much on them phones, you know what I'm saying, and talk to different people and push your content to different people all over the place, you know. So like you don't really need nobody to come. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, when I came home, bro, I was like, because they used to say that, with laptops and computers, that the world is at the tip of your fingers. And so when I came home and I got my phone, I'm talking to my dog Bo Nu in Cambodia. I'm talking to my boy Tonyo. He's out there in Mexico. I'm talking to my dog Val. He out there in Albania. You know what I'm saying?
Val.
I'm talking to people from everywhere all around the world. And I'm like, damn, like that's the shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You could be anywhere in the world and I can like really look at you, converse with you and all that good shit. You know what I mean?
shit dope.
I could really stay in touch from, thousands of miles away.
you know what's so crazy? Like, when we was in prison, I was one of the first people in the compound, on our little compound and stuff in Adrian when they first hit with the new JP5s.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the first. That first little go round, I was one of the first. You feel me? So I get back to the unit, bro. You know, there's guys in there that been down for years that they ain't seen none of that smartphone shit, none of that, bro. They over there amazed at them tablets, bro. They over there.
I was one of them. I was one of them.
I feel like I remember. I feel like I remember that we were in the unit with them.
Bro, yeah.
I'm asking, hey, man, how you play this motherfucker? How you get this
Yeah,
motherfucker
like
going?
youngster, how you let me see that? Bro,
Yup.
that's crazy. But yeah, this technology crazy, bro. But yeah, it's wide open for anybody that's for people doing music, content, whatever, like podcasts. It's wide open. You just gotta, whatever lane you in, you just gotta do the research and figure out how to monetize on all these apps and all this, because people definitely making money off these apps and stuff, and that's what it's for. That's what these apps for. Or whatever,
I mean, bro, you could do some goofy shit and blow up. But listen, Brian Ruiz, my engineer, that nigga he made some clips and got millions and millions of views and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he just be fooling him and his team, though. They just be clowning on anything, everything, bro. I said, look at this shit here. I'm over here with some heartfelt shit. Nigga got 13 views. You know what I'm saying? This nigga on some Mickey Mouse shit got 7 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck am I
You were
doing
telling
wrong?
them, like, yeah, my dog said about to give us some pointers. Shit, we need the pointers.
I know. I'm
He
like,
got
shit,
the-
I gotta learn from
he
you.
got
I
the
done brought
biz.
this nigga here to teach us some shit. Shit, he gonna walk away with some knowledge. That's dope, though, man. So what about, like, relationship-wise? Getting into a relationship after you get out of prison, like, what is that like, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's it been like for you? And you're a new person now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you were in a relationship prior to prison or if you got into a relationship after
Yeah.
prison, but...
No, I was in a relationship before, and we stuck it out 4 years.
Damn, that's
And
dope.
now we're still together today. We're
'Cause
engaged.
this motherfuckers ain't gonna stick it out 4 days. You know what I'm saying? You call home, you pregnant a week later. You're like, God damn.
Yeah, that don't even add up.
Hell no.
Yeah, no, for sure. She stuck it out. She's
Okay.
a real one for sure.
That's dope, man. And and when you somebody who's ambitious and you got all these goals and dreams, like you need something solid, a foundation to build on. You need somebody that applaud you, or and then also somebody who lets you know when you're doing wrong too.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. And it definitely helped knowing that I didn't have to get out and try to look for a relationship or try to chase a female. So I knew that I can get out and do what I had to do, to raise a family.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, that's the goal.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And the beautiful thing is that that at your worst, bro, that you got somebody that love you and willing to stick with you. You know what I'm
absolutely,
saying?
for sure.
And that's worth, that's worth a lot. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? That's priceless, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I tell my wife, I prayed for you, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing who it was going to be, how it was going to come, how it was going to happen, but I needed somebody, you know what I'm saying? And when it came, I knew it was the right person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, that's what actually being in prison really built my spirituality, a relationship with my understanding of God, the universe, self, you know, all that good stuff, man. You know what I mean? And learning how to listen to your intuition, because a lot of times we've done shit and our intuition has told us not to do it, go right, and we went left anyway. And that's another thing that I used to teach people all the time, is about feeding the flesh and feeding the spirit. Always doing what you want to do instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I initially caught my case, I knew it. I knew I fucked up as soon as I did it. You know what I'm saying? But I always think that I know more, even though intuition was telling me, slow down, you know what I'm saying? Take it easy. Hell no, I got to do what I got to do, and got flicked. And it's happened to me 100 different times. You know what I'm saying? In many different situations. And I started to realize, like, you know what, man? I don't need to drive this car. I'm gonna let the universe drive for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it knows best. You know, and when you walk a path like that, bro, everything gonna come to you. You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys, what kind of circles do you have right now? You guys got big circles, a lot of circles. Do you try, even with you being in the entertainment business, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you build relationship with multiple people? Because that's what, you know, it really takes and is required to be successful, is building relationships with people, connecting with people through your music, through your talent, through your swag. Man, I seen you in Puerto Rico. I thought you moved there. You was there so damn long. I said, this nigga done moved to Puerto Rico. Every day I seen him on the Isla and everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of people thought I had moved. A lot of people was inboxing me like, damn, you live out there now?
I know, because, you know, people, you know, you might see a weekend worth of content. You know, somebody went on vacation. But I was like, damn, it's a month later. He's still out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just out there just chilling, man. Just taking a break from things, you know. Just definitely making content. That was, you know, a big part of going out there. You know, I knew I was going to be making a lot of content.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Did you make like a spiritual bond out there, you know what I'm saying, with Puerto Rico, where it kind of replenished you or gave you some new ideas, some new motivation?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it did, for sure. I went out there and just, you know, it was just different out there. It's a different vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I just planning, plotting, you know. I got other things that I want to do out there, and just other business endeavors I want to start out there. And you know, I've been back and forth from PR. My people all live out there, so I've been going to PR since
I want to go
like
to Puerto Rico,
grade.
bro. Just seeing how the shit is out there through Facebook, I'm like, damn, I want to go out there, man. I want that experience.
But it's so much stuff to do. It's so many hidden gems and stuff like that. Like, a week or two vacation, like, it wouldn't, you know, you could get some shit done, but it wouldn't do it no justice.
Puerto Rico is dope. I was there. I did 10 days.
Oh shit, did that? That's plenty of time. 10 days, you know what I'm saying? That's a good vacation time right there.
That was nice.
That's dope, man.
You gotta go check it out.
I swear I am.
Just the ID and the plane ticket.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I want to, bro, and I'm going to eventually, bro. I got to get my bread up, you know what I mean? But when I do, bro, I swear that's one of the first things I want to do is do some traveling, bro, because the world is so beautiful, bro. There's so much to life, you know what I mean? And I feel bad for so many people who ain't really traveled or done it. I mean, fuck, you got people who ain't even left the city. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the state.
I know some guys from around the way, bro, that never left the yak, bro. I know some guys that's dead that never left the yak. You feel me?
I know, man. You know, and it's unfortunate, bro, because you know the world is so big and there's so much to experience. I mean, there's so much different culture. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, going to different states, different countries, like, it's beautiful, bro. You know what I mean? And I love being able to experience that with my eyes. And you know, I want to go on a cruise. I want to go on a cruise ship one of these days. And, you know, growing up, like, I was like, man, that'll never happen because we were always poor, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like only rich people go on vacations. You know what I'm saying? Only rich people have nice things. And you know, I'm like, damn, it's crazy because now I know that it just takes, you know, some hard work, bro, some discipline, some focus, some goals, some dreams.
Exactly.
You know, I wasn't raised to make plans or to have goals or the dreams. I even tell people, like, you know, nobody taught me how to value education education. Nobody was motivating me to graduate or nothing like that. Everything I went through was all about survival, bro. Just getting through the day. That's why we was hustling. You know what I mean? I dropped out of school in 9th grade. I ain't had no education, bro. What kind of job I was gonna get? Nigga, I was young, having kids and shit, child support on a nigga head. Like, what the fuck I was gonna do with that? I'm like, I'm finna sell drugs for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I thought for a long time. I just thought like this is what I'm gonna do forever. I'm gonna sell dope. I'm gonna die in this bitch. You know what I mean? That's how I thought for a long time. But just being in prison and just, you know, like I said, there's no emotion in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no dummy. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people think that street dudes is just dummies. You know, but I ain't no dummy. I'm far from that. You feel me? And I'm just better than that, you know.
I realized that the skills that we had to sell drugs, distribute this is intelligence, bro. Yeah. If you could take them skills and apply it to a fucking business, a Ford, a Chrysler, anything, it's the same kind of intelligence. Marketing, promoting, network, production, distribution, all that type of shit, organizing, leadership, even with gangs and all that type of shit, it requires intelligence to be able to make all that happen. And if you could just change the priority or change the agenda, you know what I'm saying, and apply the same skills to something that's productive and positive and legal, you can be just as successful. It might take you a little bit longer, but I'll tell you what, when you get it, they can't come take it from you. You know what I mean? And that was one thing that I learned, because when they sent me to prison, they took everything from me, bro. You know, and they teach you in life that everything that you got is a privilege, and everything that you have, you got to earn it. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. And accountability. That's one thing. And that's one thing I never understood, is in the prison system, their number one thing is about accountability, holding you accountable for your actions. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized, like, if a prosecutor or a judge sentence you and they're wrong, like, there's no accountability for them. They're not held accountable for making that type of mistake. So a judge or a prosecutor could have a grudge against you and just find you guilty and be all the way wrong, and you can't even do shit about it. They don't even want to compensate you for the shit. Mm-hmm. So you want me to be held accountable for my actions, but you don't want to be held accountable for yours. I feel like that's a problem.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so...
But, you know, at the same time, you know, we're down in Lansing and everywhere trying to fight for, you know, everybody's rights. But sometimes I feel like, am I defeating my own purpose? Because the way the generation living today, they don't even give a fuck about life, freedom, or nothing anyway. You know what I mean? But I guess I'm fighting for the brothers who are still suffering, you know, and deserve a second chance at life.
Absolutely. And you never know who might hear the story, you know. You might deter somebody from being in that same situation.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck, even somebody like Mario Bueno, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker came home and, you know, he took over the world in his own right, in his own mind, even though he's a fucking lunatic, you know what I'm saying? But that guy, he came and you know, he's become everything that you become, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the most highest achievers that I've ever met, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, you know, like I say, he's a nutcase, but, you know, so was Einstein, you know?
Right.
So do you think that, like, it's a lot of like in prison it's messed up, the commissary, inflation, all that, you know, that shit affected in there too or whatever. So you say you be down there in Lansing and all that. Do you think that it's a fight worth fighting, trying to like change some of these things in the facility with these guys, like? You know, especially because, like, some of these guys, if they got restitution or something like that, because that's how I was. Like, you only could get 50 a month. Anything more than that, they're going to take it. And, like, that ain't a lot, especially if they raising the prices and all that. Like, your bag going to be small as hell. You ain't really, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you think it's a battle worth fighting, or that can be fought to like, you know, to make these changes and some type, or even like STG, for example, too. Like, they ain't letting, I got some homies that's STG level 1 and 2, and like, they can't do nothing. They can't even reply on JPay. You feel me? Like you think that could be fought and reversed and changed?
Or
they ain't going.
I think the MDOC got way too much power, bro. And they took full advantage of this pandemic to be able to recreate policies and procedures. Because right now, bro, they fucking over them boys up in there. They done fucked up the whole visiting process. Like, you can only get a couple hours. It might take you 3-4 hours just to get to the prison to only visit for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And we understand how that visiting process goes because, you know, they got to shake it down. They got to do all this. And, you know, it's a process in itself.
You might get kicked out.
You could get kicked out for not having the right thing on, or, you know, you're hugging them or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying?
People in there and they just terminating visits, trying to.
I just the problem with me is most of the people, for the majority, most of the people who are in prison are people from urban communities, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Black, Latino people who are from urban poverty. That's who's in there. And so you're raising the prices on people who are already poor because the only way we get our money is from our people. So if our people are out here already struggling and going through it because the same way our groceries raised up, their groceries are raised up too. And our main support is to call them and say, hey, we need a secure pack. We need some money. We need some stamps. We need some JPay. We need some food. We need some hygiene because them Mickey Mouse ass jobs that they're giving us, say, you're giving you $30 a motherfucking month, you know what I'm saying? And that's to pay for noodles, that's to pay for toothpaste and soap and shampoo. Like once you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really soap defeating. It's like one
30 almost gone right there.
That's it. Once you get toothpaste, shampoo, deodorant, it's a wrap, bro. That's $30. You'll be right there. And so now that creates a lot of violence within the prison. You know what I'm saying? Because now people are extorting, people are robbing, people are stealing. You know what I'm saying? They're victimizing other people because they hungry. You know what I'm saying? You sitting in there making a bowl, making a cook up, making a bagel sandwich, and these motherfuckers over there hungry as hell. They like, you know what? I'm finna get on some shit. You know what I mean? You living amongst wolves. So, you know, you think that you're creating a system that's going to be profitable for you, and then you want to punish the people when they act the way that they act. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't want to hold people accountable. You want to put people in segregation. You want to write people tickets. You want to, you know, hold everybody accountable. But you built a system that works against us. Yeah. If the majority of the people come from poverty and you're raising the prices on people who come from poverty, then that means you're putting everybody in a tough situation. You know? So it's really just systematic, bro, and they really just don't care. Like I said, every time somebody goes into the prison system, you securing somebody's job for them, bro, at the end of the day. Yeah, that's a fact. And you know, it's sad, you know, for those who don't get a second chance. They, you know, a lot of people, they go to trial and not knowing, you know what I'm saying, the legality, because like they say, bro, ignorance for the law is no excuse. You know what I mean? So yeah. So you know, they're gonna hold you accountable one way or the other. You know, I mean, am I grateful for the fact that they're starting to finally release all these juvenile lifers? You know, guys have been in prison since they were 14, 15, 16 years old who were given life bids, but already got 25, 30 years in on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like, you know, these young boys, they beating down the doors to get up in there, bro. You know, and as long as, you know, you got people willing to live that life, man, they're always going to have a bunk for you, man. Oh, and they getting paid. They making profit off of us.
Bro, just as fast as them bunks get empty and somebody leave, bro, that same day, bro, somebody feeling that boy. They got somebody already coming. That bunk already filled. And
people just don't really understand the impact, bro, that it has on your kids, man. Like, for real, when you go to prison and you got kids, you want your kids to call somebody else dad, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to look up to somebody else. Yeah. They, you know, their ideas, their opinions, you know what I'm saying? Their mannerisms, everything they're going to learn from somebody else. They ain't going to learn it from you. So that's one of the things that you sacrifice, you know what I mean? You might not realize that that's, you know, the total impact, but, you know, like I said, a lot of us are out here talking about, well, I'm doing this, I'm selling that, I'm doing this because I'm trying to take care of my family. If you go to prison, who's going to take care of your family? Someone I do it for my sister, I do it for my mom. Okay, when you go away, who going to do it then?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So like I said, boy, we weren't taught or cultivated to be able to think ahead. We were just taught, and our situations and circumstances made us think for the day. You know, but while I was in prison, because, you know, the prison system don't discriminate against nobody. They'll put a motherfuckers with a master's degree in prison if you break the law. Sure. And like you said, you got this free knowledge out here, and that's what I did. I sat down with a lot of guys, man, why you sitting with them lames and this, that? Man, he's a real estate guy. He's a banker. He's an educator. He's a teacher. He's got a master's degree. He got a bachelor's degree. I want to sit down and learn from these guys. You know what I'm saying? They were happily wanting to teach me about things. You know, I wanted to explore. I wanted to do bigger. I wanted to do better because nobody ever taught me these things, bro. Not only did I live in poverty, but my mind state was impoverished as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Prison, it's so many people there. Like, bro, I learned so much there just picking different people's brains and just, like, bro, it was cool. It was just, you know, like, that's why I say, like, it was one of the best things that could have happened to me, bro. Like, I just went in there and just got on point.
You got what you needed, bro. You got what you needed because you never know what you got until you ain't got it no more. Yeah. And sometimes you got to lose everything before you get everything back, you know, just to know what that feels, just to know what that looks like and hold yourself accountable and responsible for that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, you know, when I first went to prison, I'm like, man, the snitch is a bitch, the judge is a hoe, the fucking prosecutor, everybody's fault but mine.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, once I grew up and started to realize it was my fault.
It wasn't the snitch's fault.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Snitch did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what they do. Prosecutors, judges.
That's his job. She got paid for doing what she did. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day. And
you just part of the process. You know, if you don't want to be part of that process, then go do something else.
Yeah,
for sure. You know, and in real life and in real time, every day we wake up, we're given that gift to be able to make a choice of what you want to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For better or for worse. So listen, man, tell everybody where they can find you because we do got a special treat. The brother's going to perform a hot song for you. You know me, El Nino Podcast, always bringing the hottest performers and the hottest music, you know what I'm saying? And so we're looking forward to that, you know what I'm saying? But let them know where they can find you, how they can get with you, how they can check out your music.
Yes, sir. You can find me at Hollywood Street Savage on all social media, Hollywood Street Savage on all digital platforms. And HollywoodStreetSavage.com. Check out the website. We got merch on there, all different content, videos, everything. HollywoodStreetSavage.com.
Grinding.
Hollywood Street Savage on all social media platforms, on all Spotify, Apple Music, all that.
Hey, so you said when is that Cutter Keys documentary coming out? 420.
That's
okay.
His birthday.
Damn, for real?
National Weed.
That's
weed
dope.
Day, weed smoke day.
Yeah, all that good. So we gonna smoke good ones for him.
Yes, sir.
Troy, holla at him, man. Let them know how they can get with you, man.
Yep. You can find us coming soon at Infinity Extractions on Instagram, infinityextractionsolutions.com.
Check them out, man.
Check us out, man. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, if you grow weed and you got extra shit and you want to turn it into a profit, holla at my man Troy. He going to get you together. You just got to break some bread. That's how I go. But let's get ready for this performance, man. Just give me a minute. We coming right back. Much love to y'all. El Nino Podcast, LA Landscaping, Legal Aliens Podcast. We in this bitch. We ain't going nowhere. And shout out to my man Diesel. Shout out to my man Dominic Ovando. Them boys doing their thing. They came by today, you know what I'm saying, showing love. And in June, I'm going to have them boys on the podcast again, man, talking about their new projects. So you guys stay tapped in, and we about to come with this hot performance.
We get the heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit, that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision. I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing. I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the Damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision, I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing, I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn, heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. It's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just trying to touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper. Cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gonna get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing looking like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision. I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing. I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the damn. Heard it's another man down in my city, Brody Chopper got a red dot in.
For El Nino Podcast, I stay live, I stay local, I keep it with the realest. This my man Hollywood Street Savage. He gonna come bless the studio with a hot song. Hope you guys love it. All my guys out there who are artists, man, tap in with my guy, man. Let's build, let's network, let's make it happen. Come on with it, my dog. Set this bitch on fire.
Hollywood Street. Get that money pronto. I'm head honcho. I just hopped up off a flight. Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico. Fake set of eyes and they scanning. I just hopped off a plane. Conversations all in Spanish and the topic is pain. He trying to hit me with Perico. Just make sure it's the same. If shit start slowing up, then fuck it. We gon' rob everything. He said enjoy your stay in PR. He did put that low mondo. To the States, my current mood. Jose Augusto with Chapo. Money pronto. I'm head honcho. I just hopped up off a flight. Isla del Encanto, Hollywood Street. Window seat of the plane is about to land. Tapped in with my people. Got them bands, big boy shit, little nigga. We ain't at all equal. I just might turn the apartment building back home into a caseria. Puerto Rican dealer, and they spoon and melt down like Sofrito. Jumped off in the traffic in search of someone that closely resembles Gladys or Molina. I like the mountains and Cougars and Cabo. Smell like back home when I'm up in Salina. The niggas be trapping and toting the Nina. Dispo weed, it tastes like pina. Pull up on my cousin, no Maritalia. My titi Lisi, my abuelita. I used to fire roosters and Barrio Coco when I used to live here and hang out with Pika. Then I flew back to the north of the yak, moving a sack and busting them heaters. It's Pico Loud, so the San Juan, that by the China. And I'm doing tricks with the word like magic. I'm a chef in like Cocina. 80 bag, put in my hand, getting sold. I'm cold as limber. Get hit with this compact 4-5, you gon' die, this bitch a Kimber. Been blew past these niggas, sit me at the table with the window. All up on trees and ocean views, but it's something about grinding in the wind. On the run for drugs in Michigan, hopped on the flight and got low. I'm the 2023 conversion of El Chapo. We be like, fuck it, crash out and step on you boys, ain't talking zapatos. We done got fly, catching the vibe, Isla del Encanto. Fake set of eyes and they scanning, I just hopped off a plane. Conversations all in Spanish and the topic is pain. He trying to hit me with Perico, just make sure it's the same. If shit start slowing up, then fuck it, we gon' rob everything. He say enjoy your stay in PR, y después te lo mando. Back to the States, my current mood, Jose Augusto with Chapo. That money pronto, I'm head honcho. I just hopped up off a flight, Isla del Encanto, Hollywood Street. Pronto, I'm head honcho. I just hopped up off a flight, Isla del Encanto. Yeah, Hollywood Street. HollywoodStreet.com, man. HollywoodStreetSavage.com. Stream all the music. Cut a documentary, 420. Let's get it.
Hey, you know what, man? This just reminded me of, man, when I had my homecoming at the Bosque, bro. And you came up there performing for your dog, man. I appreciate that. Much love, man. Show my dog some love. Hollywood Street Savage. Look him up, man. Tap in or tap out. You know what it is.